politics, business, sports, arts, music. Mike and Marty on the feed. Mike and Marty. Mike and Marty.
Good morning, Rockingham, and welcome to the feed. It's Mike Smith. Marty's off today. She's off doing duties that require her presence. It's a freezing, sort of seems like a freezing rain out there, and it's keeping her busy. But today we're here with Lassiter and Marsha Austin. We're going to be talking about shopping local and some events happening downtown. And first we'll start with local events since Marty isn't here. Everybody remember to go to Holly Jolly Bellows Follies on Thursday, December 1st. It's going to be a big show at the Opera House, and it's going to have people from the Rotary, people from Wild Goose Players, and they're going to be doing a holiday, sort of a holiday variety show. So you should try to get your seats and get there to see it. All the benefits go to the Rotary Club and to the Wild Goose Players, so it's good for local scholarship funds and things like that. So I don't know if everybody knows about that. But anyway, the movie this week, I think, is going to be The Menu. We don't have a poster on that, but it's either Wakanda Forever or The Menu, and I think it's changing over tomorrow to be The Menu. The classic movie is Les Miserables. It is a classic. I don't know what else to say about that. What do you guys think?
Isn't that Victor Hugo?
Exactly.
It's a film based on an old book that has to do with the French Revolution and breaking the bonds of a monarchy that just strangles people.
Yeah.
I mean, the monarchy a whole bunch of times got people in to say, what can we do to help our French people be better? And every time the consultant said, you have to tax the rich and not only the poor. And the rich were in charge, so then they'd say, no thanks,
Nope.
and they'd get a different consultant, and they'd say the same thing. And so this shows the French Revolution with a lot of singing.
Yes. Do you see any parallels to today?
You mean January 6th kind of thing?
Yeah, that sort of thing. Or taxing the rich and not taxing the rich and yeah. Anyway.
Well, it would be nice if the rich paid their share rather than lived on the backs of those who had less.
That's true. I agree.
I'm assuming that is, I'm not very good on politics and keeping up, but I'm assuming that's still the case. So
I think it is. Back from the French Revolution to today, yes, those same consultants are still out there, I think. Anyway, I digress. Marty would have reeled me in like 10 minutes ago and said, Mike, you're digressing.
what's that movie about? They sing about fighting. They're fighting for freedom.
All right. Anyway, but first we're gonna start today with Marsha, and she's going to be talking about Hallidays. Great store downtown, and lots of events. The store itself is just scratching the surface because there's so much happening inside the store and around the store, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But first, we have a clip of Halladay so people can see what we're talking about. It's Halladay's. What a beautiful store. I have to
Thanks.
compliment you. It's just amazing.
Certainly a little bit of everything there.
There is, and my wife Sue and I do the photo shoots, and she is always coming out going, it's so much fun because there's so many little nooks and crannies and places, and each one has its own little special thing in it.
Yeah.
It's just a great place.
Thanks.
So tell us, what's going on this month as far as holidays and
We have
events?
a lot going on. A lot of them are not really sponsored, but supported by Bellas Falls Downtown Development, BIFTA. So tomorrow is the first one, is Thirsty Thursday they're trying this year, and I believe several stores are involved. We're doing wine tasting from 4 to 6.
Oh, neat.
So we'll be open late for that. Vermont Vines is going to be there with their wines, which is a local winery
Right,
up in
on Broadway
Rockingham.
Mills, yeah.
Yeah, I believe the bookstore and several other places are going to be open late too. So that will be fun. And then this weekend, we have our annual candy cane sale, which you pick a candy cane out of a jar and you can get 10 to 50% off your
Wow.
total purchase.
wow,
So
cool.
that's our big sale that we have beginning in December every year. And then every Sunday I teach classes through December. So this Sunday is boxwood trees, the little trees with all the decorations.
Oh, neat.
The little Christmas trees for a tabletop. So I have a few openings left on that, but the first class is pretty booked. And then Friday, Ladies' Night, which is our big fundraiser for our store. We do it for the American Cancer Society or some sort of cancer support. We're open till 9 o'clock. We're having several wine people there, having wines paired with charcuterie boards this
Oh,
year.
nice.
Yes, and Vermont Vines will be there again as well. The 10th is the Parade of Lights, which isn't my event, but that's, a big
That's a
celebration.
huge downtown event,
Yeah, yep. So that's exciting because it brings a lot of people out in town. It gets very busy for that. And then Sunday, I'm doing the 11th. I'll be doing the rustic centerpiece classes, which is like a Yule log or something,
Yeah.
and pine cones and just all natural greens and berries for that. And then Friday the 16th is called Not Just for Men's Night. 'Cause it's not just men coming in; it's families, whatever. And I'll be open till 7.
And what night is that again? That's the 16th?
That's the 16th.
Yeah.
Yes, we find that
That's
does
when most men start
Yeah.
Christmas shopping.
Right, it's better. The closer to Christmas we find, the better for
Hurry up,
them.
hurry up.
And then that Sunday will be my last class, a floral Christmas centerpiece class.
Oh.
Yeah.
How many people can be in a class?
Usually 10, sometimes 12, but I have a small space back there, so I usually do an 11 o'clock, and then if I need to, I'll do another
okay.
1
It's like an
o'clock
overflow
class.
sort of-
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
that's nice.
Yeah, because they've been pretty popular in the last couple of years.
I
Yeah.
can imagine because you end up with, when you finish the class, you end up with the piece,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
Are they free or is there a charge? Or?
There is a charge. It's basically just for the supplies.
So you're
But,
paying for
know.
the supplies, but you get to learn how to do it. That
Yeah, and it
part is
brings
free.
people into the shop too. Yep. It's just
And they
a
go
fun
home
event.
with something beautiful.
Yeah, we get a lot of people that come in with their friends, like little groups of people, or they bring their daughter in to do it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, real holiday event, yeah. Because that sort of stretches the holiday out too, to be able to spend that family time or time with friends to do that and make it special as opposed to just
Yeah.
buying something.
Yeah, and we are open Sundays from 10 to 4 too, just for the holiday season.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great. Charcuterie boards, huh? That's my
Yeah.
latest interest.
Is that the board or it has meat and
It's-
cheese on it?
It's basically just a board with snacks.
So the
It's a
charcuterie board
fancy
has
name for
snacks.
snack board.
Okay, but it has the snacks on it.
Yeah, but
You
there's
don't have to
different
run.
themes you could put on the boards,
Oh.
which I'm also carrying this year. I have this new line from Scotland, actually, that I just
Really?
got in, where all those lights were.
Yeah.
My husband actually makes those bar lights, but there was whiskey rocks
Uh-huh.
and whiskey glasses, little flasks, charcuterie boards of wooden or slate that we
Oh,
can
neat.
use for those.
Maybe it's a guy
events.
thing because I was really interested in that. That was really
Yeah.
And so, do you get the board? Are you making the boards or someone?
No, they
bringing
come
it?
from Scotland, from this company.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, they have little etched designs of Scottish Highlanders or deer heads or kind of more masculine prints on them.
Yeah. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Back to another thing, the lights that I really tried to get pictures of the lights better,
The vintage
but it's
looking
really
lights.
hard to get because they overexposed. But anyway,
Yeah.
talk to me about the lights and the cutting the bottles and building them on the pipes.
Well,
fittings and stuff.
that's my husband's department, but yes, he collects a lot of the bottles. He goes around to recycling centers or friends or whoever. We might drink a few, and But the more interesting the bottle, the better light it makes.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
sometimes it could take 3 or 4 bottles before you get a good one because they crack or they
Yeah,
chip.
it's
and
difficult. It's
to
very
cut 'em.
difficult.
Cut them just
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, that's cool. I was I was trying to get because my pictures don't capture how cool they look. 'Cause
Yeah.
they have that sort of yellow light, and it comes through the glass with the labels and
Yeah.
stuff. And I found those really
Yeah,
neat.
the vintage bulbs give off that
Oh,
yellow
okay.
glow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's see where to. We should go
Over to River Artisans?
River Artisans and talk about.
Woohoo! Well, I will say, I think it was 2 years ago now, was my first time to be on this show for River Artisans. We had 22 or 23 artisans at that point.
Uh-huh.
Artisans, making hats to oil paintings, the whole, to jewelry, to whatever. We have 29 now.
Oh, that's great.
So I think the feed has helped us because you've featured some of our artisans along the way, and we have more people and we have more stuff in the shop and we have a glass case now for jewelry and et
Yeah,
cetera.
it's really.
So come in, it looks really good. River Artisans regularly is open every day except Tuesday, Wednesday. Those days are so quiet, we don't bother. That's our weekend. But we're kind of open like a long weekend, Thursdays through Mondays. But come December, we are open December 1 to 24. And you mentioned the ladies' night and not just men's night. On those evenings, instead of being open till 5, our hours are 11 to 5. We'll be open till 7 if there's a special event happening in the square.
Oh, good to
And
know.
actually, somebody signed up to work Christmas Eve until 7, and I'm like, are we going to get those men that haven't bought anything yet?
That's the time.
Really?
That's the time.
Yeah, that's one of our busiest days is Christmas Eve.
Really?
Yeah.
5 to 7, or do you go home
No,
at 5?
we're usually open till 4.
Okay.
Oh, so you guys will get the overflow.
Well, for the first time since I've been part of the shop, which is since December 2019, we'll be open Christmas Eve till 7. So I'll be very interested, are people going to
Yeah,
come
it's
in between
market
5 and
research here.
7? I'll be at church singing, Is this a good time for the clip?
I think so.
Okay.
We can roll the clip. And we're back. What a great shot, huh?
So didn't you see all that wonderful stuff? Ceramics, jewelry. I made sure to wear a Fred Rocks. It's right in front of the mic. I'll just move the microphone. Well, it's so tiny you can't see it well, but this is rutilated citrine. And Fred McKinney, who has a Fred Rock shop and who sells his stuff in our River Artisans, made this.
Oh, nice.
So I decided to wear one of Fred's things because you can buy, he's got 18 or 24 different necklaces there. And he also takes stones and makes them into refrigerator magnets or into keychains. I bought one of his keychains once, took it off and wear it as a necklace. One of his kambabas. I liked it so much, I'm like, I don't want that on the keychain. So we have all these wonderful things. And besides all these wonderful things that you saw the ceramics, the drawings, the oil painting, you saw some jewelry, you saw quilts, it's et cetera, et cetera. We will have, again this year, a raffle, a solstice raffle. And let's see, today's Wednesday. We are open tomorrow, December 1, and we're open December 1 to 24 every day. And you can buy a raffle ticket. And it's not where there's this basket of tons of stuff. There's a whole bunch of smaller baskets. So you might get a basket that has, now these aren't made up. I'm just telling you about former years because I haven't seen what they're doing this year yet. It'll probably be in the shop tomorrow. But there'll be, you might get a basket that has, say, pot holders and napkins and a cutting board. You might get a basket that has tumbled stones and jewelry and stationery. So you get all these different things. So like there'll be 12 or 15 or 20 baskets so that when you come in and buy one ticket for $5, 3 for $10, or 7 tickets for $20, there's not one prize. There's all these different prizes. And they're fun, and they're all from the people who are artisans in the shop. So,
that's cool. Marsha, you're doing a raffle too, right?
Yes, we do a raffle every year. You can come in and sign up. We have this giant jar. Every time you come in, you can fill out a name and your information, and you could win flowers for a year.
Wow,
So every month you come in and get a bouquet of flowers.
that's great.
Yeah.
did we show our solstice visual? I don't remember.
Yes, we did.
While I was talking about it, he was showing.
Yes,
Yeah, he did show it. So now I know we showed it. But do come in and win something. You could get a really big ticket item for $5.
Yeah, really
Wow.
nice stuff.
So,
yeah.
I mean, we have people doing watercolor. You featured Katrinka.
Yes.
I'm blanking out on her name. What's Katrinka Randall,
Mm-hmm.
who does all these beautiful
Her
bird
birds.
watercolors.
And animals
But
too,
now
yeah.
she has a shelf full of tinies. You can get something like this big. Thanks, he changed the camera. Like this big for, like for 12 or 8 or whatever. And so instead of paying, I don't know, she has her big bird paintings professionally framed. So you're going to pay $400 and something because the frame costs a heck of a lot.
Yeah.
But these little ones might be 8 or 12 or 15. I've looked at them, so it's kind of around the ballpark. So that if you can't do hundreds of dollars, you can do around $10, and get the same thing. Wilma has her beautiful felted things. You opened the clip with
they are so cute.
Yeah, with the hearts.
The hearts on the
But
tree.
there's all these felted Santas and felted Christmas trees. Last year in December, somebody would come in and she goes, "Oh, do I want this felted tree or do I want this one?" And she goes and buys both. So Wilma has really beautiful felted things, that you can put up for display. And we don't have as many ornaments this year as last year, but we do have some Christmas ornaments. And
Well, I thought you had a whole little tree decorated.
last year we had 2 trees.
Oh.
But that's all right.
It's all relative.
One tree is enough,
Yeah. Tell me about the hats with the Bells Falls sort of logo on it. Who
Okay,
designed that?
So I'm hoping Kaylin Lott will come on and do a solo show with you and sit in this chair so I don't have to, and you can see how interesting he is. Kaylin Lott does screen printing, and he does it on slate and on wooden boards, and he does it on T-shirts, and now he has some where he's got the petroglyphs
Yeah.
and then it says Bellows Falls, and then that T-shirt fabric is sewn onto a cap. So you can walk around with the petroglyphs on your forehead and let people know you've been in Bellows Falls. And that's Kalen Lott. He was new to our shop a little over a year ago, and I tell you, last December his stuff just flew out of the shop.
I'll bet.
Somebody was in maybe 2-3 weeks ago, and the guy said, a birthday's coming up for a man who has absolutely everything. And I'm like, well, there's bolas here, and there's this there. And he goes, I'll just wander around. And he bought one of Kalen Lott's prints. It's a giraffe riding a bicycle, printed onto a board. So his stuff is, he has some stuff, like there's a chicken, and it's just a very nice chicken, but then he has a giraffe on a bicycle, So, and then he has the Bellows Falls petroglyphs, and you can get it on a shirt, you can get it on a hat, or you can buy stuff that you would put on your wall. I think we still have a few of, they're about this big. It's a wooden piece that's been printed, and then it has like nails stuck into it. They're like old-fashioned nails, like flat. And so you could put that in your, you could hang jewelry from it, or you could hang your keys from it, So he has quite a lot of different things.
When I first saw the petroglyph thing, I didn't quite put it all together, and it took me a while, but I thought it was just really cool street art. I thought it would have it just looks almost graffiti-like. It's just really pretty cool.
Petroglyphs as
street art.
As street art that have been carved
Maybe
either hundreds of years ago or thousands of years ago. We
Native
don't know
American
which.
street art.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, and it ties in with that grant that was given to Bellows Falls to study the Abenaki culture in this region. You know about that. You probably had a show on it.
I haven't had a show on it yet, but I would
you should.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
it's
Gail
really
Bullard,
interesting.
right? Or I'm not sure whether she's the person doing it or.
Elijah Zimmer can tell you the committee.
Yeah,
Because there's like a committee of people. But they had a gathering down at Riverside Park, with tents and food and people speaking about the Abenaki culture and how sacred this place is.
Yeah.
So you can come to River Artisans and get a hat and be part of the sacredness
Right.
of this area.
That's true. I'm completely lost track of time, but Colin is telling me it's 2 minutes left. So I'd like to give you each an opportunity to talk a little bit, maybe do websites and telephone numbers. First, I wanted to say, you do locally sourced jewelry too. You're wearing some right now, aren't you?
Yeah. Actually, a friend of mine, Brenda Benware, makes all this jewelry. I have a whole case of it. It's on my precious stones. You know the name of the stones better
That's
than I
rose
do.
quartz. I'm not sure what the blue stone is, but the pink is rose quartz.
They're really
Yeah,
pretty.
yeah.
And
she
did
has
she
a
make
whole
your
case of them.
earrings?
Yep, she made the earrings
Those
as well.
might be
too.
aquamarine.
Yep.
They look like aquamarine.
Yeah, but actually I have a lot of local people, like my husband's lamps, Vermont Natural Patch. I carry their products. I have a woman that makes the neck packs and the eye patches. What else? Oh, a lot of hand salves, things like that people make. Yeah, so we have a lot of local products as well.
Okay.
And HalladaysFlowers.com. You can have a lot of our gifts are online as well, or call us at 463-3331.
Yeah, and you can order flowers to be delivered right
Yes.
away.
Yep, we
That's the
deliver
other. We sometimes forget that service, but when I was in doing the film photos, people were in getting their mom flowers or getting their sweetheart flowers, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, within 10-15 miles we'll go. Yeah.
Cool.
Leslie.
So I need the visual to tell you what our website is, because I don't have it memorized. There we are. Oh, it's
Might be too small, but they can see it.
It's riverartisanscooperative.com. So it's our name with no spaces.com. River Artisans Cooperative. It's 463 something. I can't see that. We are located in the square in Bellows Falls at 28 and the 28th the square, between Village Square Booksellers and Rock and Hammer. So you're going to get a new battery for your watch while they're changing the battery. Come in and look at our stuff. One of the things that's new this year that came in the fall, we have candles now. They're scented candles. So you don't walk in the shop and smell them because they have a lid. So you would take the lid off and smell them. But that's something new besides Katrinka's work being new. We have so many more jewelry artisans than we did a year ago. So you can get a necklace earring set, a necklace bracelet set. You can get bracelets, necklaces, earrings. Sarah Mechty, I think that's how she says her name, does these beautiful polymer leaves. So if you're thinking jewelry as a Christmas gift, we have all different kinds.
Okay. And I think that's just about it for our time. Getting a nod from Colin. Thank you guys for coming on. It was a lot of fun today. I
Pleasure.
really enjoyed it. I
thanks for
hope you
having
did
me.
too. And community, get out and shop local. Don't forget.
Yes, local.
The
Shop
money
local.
the money you spend locally stays local, and it helps the community. So shop local, and we'll see you next week for the feed. Bye.
Local news, politics, business, sports, arts, music.